comrades, Kat here. Flashback and forth between the 1950s Soviet Union and the present day, by fighting scary mutants and Soviet soldiers in the latest first-person shooter from Raven Software. While this is not the most original of ideas, Singularity is still a very fun game with lots of superpowers in your destructive hands. Our hero is Nate Renko, an American pilot who crashes on a creepy and very dangerous island where the Soviets have bought some secret experiments. Renko will not only investigate the island, but he also learned to control time with a special tool, a tool that happens to be a very powerful weapon against Soviets and monsters. This device is the Time Manipulation Device, or TMD, which was developed by a team of Soviet scientists. Their leader, Professor Barikov, actually helps us to stop a man named Demichev, who lost the power in an alternate present. There's also a female American agent, Catherine, who helps us on the field.
Just like Mir 12 said. You must have a lot of questions, but we don't have a lot of time.
The graphics of the game are nice and moody, and made me think of the cult classic BioShock. Many visual effects are awesome, like the part when the whole area around you reverts from a dusty and crumpled present day into a living 1950s scene with typical buildings, machines and wallpapers from the era. The environments are visually appealing and they reflect a Soviet 1950s tone that is believable. I especially like the old recorders with magnetic tapes, like the one my great-grandpa used, where we can hear frightened Russian soldiers relate their horrific experiences.
I don't know how much time I have.
Gunplay in the game is no different from other shooters, but thanks to the TDM, time manipulation provides very fun combat options. In just the nick of time, you can blast screaming Soviet soldiers into dust. Or, if you are really mean, you can morph them into mutants and watch with a wicked smile as they slay each other. Raven Software liked their games gory and grotesque, and it was particularly disgusting to watch simple gunfire dissect Soviet soldiers into a bloody pulp. It's also a little cheap and exaggerated. Besides this gimmick, the combat itself is exciting, and while in the beginning it is rather easy, later the game becomes gradually more difficult. Besides killing soldiers and mutants as in any other shooter, there are parts in the game where you actually have to use your head. There are several crumbled objects like stairs, boxes and electronic devices, which will have to be converted back into their previous 1950s shape if you want to progress. All in all, Singularity is a pretty cool first-person shooter with an okay story, nice effects and a good scare factor. It deserves a solid 8.4 out of 10 from Gladria. Thanks for watching, see you next time.